Well, that's great. Can you see me clearly?
Actually, I turned the camera off because I don't want to expose my face online.
Well, that's okay.
Hmm.
Well, how about me? Can you see me clearly?
Uh, Actually, I cannot
No.
see anything because I said, yeah, said that.
Well, that's okay. Well, I am
Sorry.
teacher Centino,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna be your teacher for tonight. Can you
Nice to
tell me your
meet
good
you.
name?
My name is Sunny.
Yeah, Sunny. That's a
Mm-hmm.
pretty good name, Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
how are you, Sunny?
Uh, I'm fine, but as you know, due to the coronavirus outbreak these days, I
Hmm.
usually, yeah, stay at home, so I feel like some cabin fever.
Well, how long have you stayed at home or continue to stay at home?
Actually, I'm living in America now, so it's been
Hmm.
3 months or 4 months since I stayed at home.
Well, that's a really good, a shocking information. You're
Why?
in America and you stayed there for how long?
It's been just over a year since I moved here.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's pretty good to hear. I mean, are you studying in America or working? Anything?
My husband is working here, and I took a leave from my work in Korea, so I officially cannot have any job here because I have
Hmm.
to return back to my job after 4 years because we are planning to go back to Korea after 4 years. So I cannot work officially,
Mm.
but before the coronavirus outbreak, I had
Hmm.
a part-time job as a receptionist of physical therapy clinic.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, wow, Sunny. Well, and until today, you're staying at home. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
right. My clinic
Well,
is not allowed to open yet, except for an emergency patient. So, you know, yeah, the
well. Hmm.
clinic is very dangerous space, especially for spreading viruses. So, my doctor, is not allowed to open his clinic door. Uh,
Yes. What kind of clinic is this, Sunny?
it is they called uh, chiropractic. It is kind of physical therapy clinic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there are
Pretty
many,
good job. I mean, hmm.
spinal uh, problem or neck problem patients. Patients who
Yes.
have spinal or neck problem.
Well, I mean, it's one interesting thing to experience this chiropractic thing,
Mm.
especially if you do some exercise and a lot of things like physical outdoor activities and all of the
Actually,
things.
not. I didn't do any treatment, but I was
Mm.
just receptionist of the clinic.
Yes.
So
Yes.
whenever patients come in, I greet them
Hmm.
and I guide them. I make them uh, some process, make them do
Comfortable.
some process. Yeah.
Mm.
And after
Well,
the treatment,
when
I make them pay some there.
oh, you have to pay for this one. This is the
Yeah, right.
amount you need to pay, sir.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you hear the cracking, I think it sounds very good. I mean, a good feeling. for them maybe like and they
Mhm.
feel very good about it. Something
Mm,
like that.
thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Sunny, for sharing this information to me. I'm very
Mm.
happy with this and very interested.
Mhm.
But the question is, are we gonna have a free talk or any article you read you want to talk about? Anything?
Yes, I'd like free talk today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What do you want to talk about?
About mm, uh, the pandemic.
Okay, coronavirus, COVID-19. So how's
Yeah.
the situation there? I mean, is it getting better? Is it getting worse or anything?
Uh, I heard that the increase rate over the past couple of weeks has actually gone down a bit, but considering that the incubation period can be as long as 2 weeks, so I think uh, it's not that safe yet.
Yes. So what do you do not to get infected? I mean, that's a very interesting question, right? How do you avoid getting infected? But how do you avoid getting, bored at home as well?
uh, Well, first of all, these days I am trying to not to go outdoors, and yeah,
Yes.
I'm refraining from gathering, attending like church services or meeting people, friends, and I just stay at home. So I
Hmm.
have a lot of time. So
Yes.
these days I
To stay at home.
usually study English because I wanted to meet many friends, local friends here. I was looking forward to meet them, but these days we cannot do that. So I just stay at home and study English by myself. So I usually
Mm.
study English 8 hours a day, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, that sounds great. And
yeah, but I think
that's uh-huh.
I haven't improved my English skill than I expected. So the thing is, I
Okay.
want to speak more complex and longer uh, sentences, but I think I usually use very similar expressions every day. So it's my worrying
Mm.
about my
Oh, that's
studying.
where you're worried about.
Yeah, right.
Mm. Well, Sunny, I mean, the question is, what are your expectations? I mean, what are your expectations about yourself to, to improve English? Like, what do you mean by complex? Like
Mm,
professional conversation, something like that, or
uh,
work, or anything?
yes, I want to become more fluent in English. So
Hmm.
when I go back to Korea, I want to,
Okay.
yeah, the person who is very fluent in English. And in America, I'm not that
Hmm.
uh, inconvenient with my English skill because they understand me a lot because I am a foreigner. But
Hmm.
in Korea, Korea is very comparative society, so I have
Yes.
to uh, better. I have to become better. I have to become, what can I say, more fluent in English in Korea.
Okay.
Ironically,
Well,
And
In Korea, Sunny. Yes, please
yeah,
continue.
I mean, I usually use very simple sentences these days. So I want to be more fluent, and I want to use more, yeah, complex, compound, and uh, longer sentences.
Complex and compound
Yeah.
sentences. Hmm. Well, the question here is, where are you going to use this kind of conversation? It actually depends on who you are talking to. Like if you're talking to an ordinary person, you don't actually need complex and compound sentence. But if you're in a meeting, I think that would probably be very good. Like, right? Do you always conduct meetings in Korea?
Mm.
Like attend meeting, you're a head chair or something?
Yes, actually, in my
Mm-hmm.
workplace, I had been uh, going abroad as a business trips, and I have to,
Okay.
yeah, English. I have to have more fluent, yeah, English skill.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that actually depends on how you present your business. What kind of business is this? If you don't mind me asking, Sunny.
Yeah, it's okay. I work as a NGO, NGO worker. It is non-profit organization.
Okay.
So
Non-profit
we, yeah,
organization.
so
Hmm.
our company help other uh, nations like uh,
Charity.
the third, yeah, right. Uh, what can I say?
Like, I mean, what do you specifically do in this non-profit organization you're in? Like,
Mm,
conduct trainings for people, something like that.
yes, we go to the third world countries, and we
Hmm.
developed undeveloped countries, and we help them.
Okay.
Like we, uh, yeah, gather some
Like,
donations from Koreans, and we give this to, yeah, the third world countries, especially for their
wow.
education.
Well, that's pretty cool. Like a
Yes.
charity stuff, like
Yes, but I
conducting.
felt like when I, yeah, was in my workplace, I felt like my English skill is
Hmm.
very uh, not enough to communicate with them.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I would probably agree that it's not enough because
Mm-mm.
it's never going to be enough for us non-native speakers in
Mm.
English. That's why we always read a lot of English books, and this is actually a very good practice since you're talking to me and I'm talking to you in English, and at
Mm.
least we can express our ways in English. So, the reason why I'm saying it depends on how you want to present these complex and compound sentences you want to say is, example, you're on in a meeting like something like that.
Mm-mm-mm.
There are gonna be a lot of terms you need to use,
Mm.
and I'm not very familiar what terms you're going to use. It actually depends. Like,
Mm.
can you give me one example of what do you do when you go on a business trip? I mean, specifically do on a business trip? Can you give
Mm.
me one example?
Uh, yes. Uh, when I go on my business trip uh,
Mm-hmm.
abroad, I have
Yes.
to have meeting with them. So there are a lot of specialized uh, vocabularies, and I have to understand their, yeah, languages. So uh,
Yes.
I the important the ultimately ultimately I want to be as a native.
You want to sound native.
Yeah,
You
right.
want to sound like an American.
Yeah. So during these times,
Okay.
yeah, for 4 years,
Yes.
for 4 years, I want to become, yeah, like a native speakers.
if you've noticed these native speakers in English,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why they speak very it sounds very good, like sounds very pretty awesome, pretty cool when they speak in English and also fast.
Mm-hmm.
There are some words that they like make shortcuts. I don't know if you've noticed that. Like if they want to say I want to go to, they just say I wanna
Mm.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like I think this is the basic thing. If you want to adopt how they really speak, how they really say the words, that's I think that's the first thing you need to practice. And
Mm.
on my observation,
Mm-hmm.
really sound like one of them already. Well,
So
you
my
just really
question
need to have a
is,
lot of conversation. Hmm.
thank you.
Please continue.
And my question is, how did you practice your English to improve?
Well, yes, that's a very good question.
Uh-huh.
Well, one of the reason is as a non-native speaker, we're not very confident when we speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So I applied for a company as a call center representative before, that was last year.
Mm.
And I spoken to a lot of American people since the company offers newspapers in America.
Oh.
So I had a lot of conversation with American and all people, like a lot
Mm.
of angry people.
I see.
But the benefit of those that experience is
Mm-hmm.
that I can confidently speak English even though I'm not working in that company. So
Mm.
yes, I think you just need to if it's possible, probably if it's safe as well, talk to neighbors or friends who are actually native speakers so you can be familiar with their words and try to copy how they speak. I think
Mm.
that's uh one of the best things that we can do to learn their language is to
Mm.
copy them. It's not a
Mm.
bad thing to copy,
I
especially if you're going to use it for your company as well as for your, for your job.
mm.
So I think you need to talk to a lot of American people,
Mm.
not maybe not with strangers. That's very dangerous. Maybe
uh,
with some normal people, something
yeah.
like that.
Mm.
What do you think? Is that going to be possible?
Not really these days. Recently, we cannot meet any young people anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and I wonder it wonder that when this situation come to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yes.
so other teachers suggested that watching American dramas or American shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying
That's
to
one
do
step.
that.
Yes, but that's not all of it. Unless you put it in, that's what they call it in America. Put it in action.
Mm,
Unless you put it in action, like put it on hand, do it
yeah.
uh directly, like what we're doing right now. But the difference is I'm not a native speaker, so probably
Yeah.
you'll need a native speaker to speak. You have to build the confidence, and I feel that you're pretty good with English already. Since you live there, that's an advantage.
Mm,
You're surrounded with the English environment, so
yeah.
probably anything that you can, anyone you can talk to, the regular ones, the people you see in the grocery stores. Do you go to the grocery stores? I mean,
Yes,
is
yes.
that possible?
Yes, it's
Oh
possible.
yeah, but I hope you take care. Like I think a lot of American people right now, especially what they, is it true that in the news they do this, they go around the streets and do protests like they don't believe in the coronavirus? I think there are a lot of American people like that. Is that
Yes,
true?
right.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
It is.
Yeah, many people, and they don't, wear masks. I don't know why, but
Well, I don't know what to say about them, but That's their opinion. That's what they want to do. Good luck to them.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. After this, yeah, challenging time, I will try to meet many other, yeah, foreigner friends as you
Yeah,
advised.
just a normal conversation like breakfast. What do you like doing? What do you do in this neighborhood? What do you suggest I do? It's actually not bad to say what you need, especially if you're friends with someone who is a native speaker.
Mm,
Actually tell them what you need, like improve English, so they would probably help you out. And
mm,
that's gonna be a piece of pie for them since they've been speaking English all of their life. I
yeah,
think.
right. Mm.
Well, yes. Well, anything you want to ask? Anything else you want to ask, Sunny, before we finish the last
Uh,
the class?
Not really. Your advice is, well, yeah, is very useful for me, so I will try like that. And yeah, thank you for your advice and your time
Yes,
today.
thank you very much. I mean, it's actually an honor for me to speak to you since this is actually my second class in the company. So I'm
Oh,
very
really?
honored to speak to you. And yes, and good luck. Good luck.
Thank
Good luck
you.
with this one.
You too.
Well, I hope you take care, Sunny, and I hope to hear from you again. Well,
Mm, okay.
ha- have a great night, or is it morning there?
Yeah, morning.
Yeah. Enjoy your day. Have a coffee or
Thank
something.
you. Have a
And
good
well,
night.
I hope you take
See you.
care. See ya.